One final question. Yeah.
Hi, Naomi, thank you for your presentation, very illustrative. You said that collectivism was an answer for time of crisis. What happens when this collectivism, when this resistance has to face the threats of the government? And I put Mexico as an example, in which right now the protesters are fighting for the 43 students that were kidnapped by the police, and the government is showing some repression to them. What can the people do when the government shows that they don't want to listen to the people? Thank you.
Well, that is a huge question, and I'm not sure. I don't think there is any easy answer to it. And you can think about why people are on the streets of Ferguson right now as well, and the militarization of the police in the United States and increasingly in Europe, you know, which is part of why I think people are afraid to resist. And obviously, what's happening in Mexico is terrifying. You know, it is what happens when corruption becomes the system. I mean, it is not a corrupted system. Corruption is the system, and I think you know, one can hope in Mexico that this enormous tragedy is going to be some kind of a catalyst. I mean, it clearly has shocked a country that was shock weary, as you know, and it's a country that is changing right now. I think in countries where we don't face that level of state repression, it should serve as a warning. It should serve as a warning for the principles that we need to fight for, that we need to vastly improve, because we are by no means safe here, and we've seen demonstrators killed recently in France, engaging in ecological resistance. So, you know, I don't have an answer to all of this. But I do believe that transparency in our movements is incredibly important, and that there is strength in numbers. And what I am talking about is an incredibly broad-based social movement. You know, the sort of historical precedents that we're talking about are moments when the barriers between who is an activist and everybody else really breaks down. I don't think you can achieve the level of change that we're talking about without that kind of mobilization. It has happened before, but it doesn't happen when we outsource the job of being an activist to, you know, a small group, either of vanguardists or professionals. It's when all of that breaks down. And then we get very
Thank you, Ms. Klein, for your wise words. Thank you so much.